I've been since I was a child. There's just a lot of things that weren't right growing up until anxiety and depression became a part of actually a regular everyday event, but it's, I survived it is what I like to say. I'm 56 now, so that stuff is in the past. But I still have residual effects because it affects my blood pressure. My blood pressure goes up when I get anxious or depressed. And that's what my kidneys do. So it's a domino effect. Okay? Since I was very young, okay? I don't know what I was as a newborn. I had 3 brothers. It was very chaotic in our house. I like to say we were we put the fun in dysfunctional, okay? But we were a family. Well, see, it's a very sneaky thing. You don't know you're in it sometimes. You don't realize that, you're depressed and that it's, when you don't get out of bed for 3 days, that's obvious. But it doesn't always hit you like that. It's, it's just a mood all of a sudden. You could be fine and then, everything changes in a minute. And it's nothing that I did, but, might be some trigger from outside or whatever. And it's very hard to explain, what's happening. Because I don't understand a lot of times what is happening until it's done. I mean, it comes and goes, it, ebbs and flows, and, I can go weeks and feel fine in months, and all of a sudden, boom, knocks me off my feet, and, my whole attitude changes, and I hate it. Well, because you don't want to be in them. You don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to, I know I don't want to go out for coffee. No, I don't want to go to the movies. And I don't know why I'm saying no, but no, I don't want to be seen in public. I don't want to be around all these people. And like I said, I don't, I was raised in a large family. There's always people around, so why I want to, all of a sudden want to isolate and, sit in my easy chair and watch TV is really not a lot of fun. Yes, I've used everything except the cattle prod. Medication, talk therapy, group therapy. I've tried it all. And, like I said, everything is connected, and everything has been affecting my blood pressure, and my blood pressure has affected my kidneys, and now my kidneys are dying. So it's very important, not so much to even manage the depression, but it's to manage my blood pressure. Because the higher it gets, the more damage it does to my kidney. And the way when it stays high, it's very damaging. And, everything will work for a little bit, does a little bit of what they say it's going to do. But eventually it just, it becomes non-existent for me. I seem fine at most when I go there. But these effects usually happen when I don't know why they happen, but they just come up, and it never seems to be when I'm in the doctor's office for them to see the full extent of what I'm talking about. Well, I've tried meditation. Mm-hmm. I did that for a while, and it wasn't working well for me. I didn't like it. I tried yoga, and my body would not allow that. It said, no, we're not having that. Next. Okay. It's just not the thing, you know. So, and then, you know, I don't know if you want me to bring this up now, but, you know, I fell into coloring. They really, you know, I was just looking for something to kill time, I'll be honest. I have a lot of time on my hands that I needed to fill. And coloring seemed perfect, and I started doing it, and I didn't even know I was gaining benefits from it. I just kept doing it because I enjoyed it, and I could relax, and my mind could relax, and it was wonderful, you know. And then my blood pressure numbers started going down every morning, and I wasn't the only one surprised. Staff, my doctors are really, you know, like, what are you doing? I said, I'm not doing anything. You know, life is the same as it has been. And, you know, I said, the only thing I'm doing is, you know, I don't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I'm coloring now. I'm making adventures in you know, coloring a book. And it's just so stress relieving for me. And it's actually it's showing in my numbers. I mean, my normal blood pressure used to be like 154 over 103. I mean, high numbers. I've already had a stroke, you know, so I don't even know them. And I have tried more medications than I'd like to admit, and coloring has done more than any of that stuff put together. You know, like I said, I didn't need a doctor. I needed a 5-year-old with a box of crayons. Well, like I said, I was looking for something to occupy my time that wasn't very expensive, and that, you know, that I could do without having to, you know, take lessons. And I was in an art store, you know, arts and crafts store, and looking around. You know, I picked up a couple of them and I started looking, and I saw amazing designs and pictures and things that are available now. I was so surprised. And so I picked up a couple. I got me a box of Colorit pencils, and I sat down and I just started coloring. And I've been coloring ever since. You know, it's very, very helpful. And like I said, it was just a choice that I made. And for once in my life, I lucked out. Okay. I'd say almost a year now. Okay. So it's still relatively new. And, you know, right now I'm doing a storybook that I'm coloring for my granddaughters. You know, it might take me 3 years to finish, but that's okay. They can still, you know, hopefully it'll be a family heirloom one day. But, you know, I really enjoy doing it. And, you know, I see all these wonderful pictures out there that people do, and I don't know how they do it so well. But, you know, I just enjoy the way what I'm doing. I look for techniques and things like that, but I just like to color. I don't need to be a professional. I don't need to, you know, have all the tricks and gizmos and gadgets. I would like a good box of pencils, but other than that, you know, I just enjoy it. No, just anytime I can pull it out and it works. It's, you know, it's magic to me. I sit down and I start coloring, and I can tell within 15-20 minutes already, you know, I'm breathing better, my heart rate is more steady, and, you know, I can just feel it, and I don't even have to think about what I'm trying to do, like yoga and meditation. You got to try to, you know, get into what you're doing and things like that. No, this just naturally comes. My body just says, okay, we're good. You know, we can chill out. It's wonderful. And like I said, it's an added bonus that I never expected. Yeah, I have tons of books now. You know, I found a lot of friends gave me some and things like that. Like I said, the only thing I'm missing is a really good pencil set. But it really doesn't matter. You know, I used them to the little nubby things. I had to put them in Play-Doh so I could hold on to them. They're so small, but you know what? It's part of it. And I kind of enjoy that part too. You know, doing a little MacGyver stuff, trying to make sure I get every use of that pencil, every inch of it. I have to have help because I have the phone, but I don't have a printer. But I like to get especially like right now, the spiritual ones that they're doing are so nice, you know. And they did a Christmas set, you know, and they're free. And that's all I have to do is download it. And if you know, so I download them. So I have a ton of them downloaded in my phone, and I have to wait till somebody that I know has a printer, you know, that I can get to and be able to print some off. I've probably only been doing that for like 2 months because I didn't realize how much was available out there on the internet that is free. Websites like your own, and you supply enough material for somebody to, you know, never be out of something to cover. Like I said, I love the inspirational ones you're doing right now because it's kind of how I started. The first book that was given to me was inspirational sayings. Unfortunately, it was not by Colorit, but it started me looking for things along that matter when I started going on the internet for it, and that's how I found you guys. And you know, it doesn't matter what I cover. It doesn't even matter how I color. You know, if I go over oh my God, I used to get so upset when I went over the lines. I'm like, then I learned, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, it's like they said, dance like nobody's watching. You know, I cover, no, but if they don't like it, tough. It's mine. You know, I don't have to make green leaves and, you know, brown dogs and blue skies. I can make them whatever color I want. And you know, like I said, you got to, you know, give me a good red pencil, and I will use it right down to the nub. For some reason, red just comes out so wonderful. I think they're more, they're real. They're what's going on now. They're good for the times. Okay, it's not, you know, all rainbows and puppies, but it is a lot of, you know, they just fit the bill. You know, when I went looking for something to help me, you know, like again, once I realized what was happening with the coloring that I was doing, and I searched the websites, and because there's many websites out there that you can join and whatever and whatnot. But I enjoyed what I saw on your website. I enjoyed the people, you know, the comments they're making. I enjoyed your staff, you know, how they, you know, talk to us and, you know, tell us about wonderful things. It's always so upbeat, you know, it's always right there. And, you know, I've come to count on it because I know it's not like turning on the news. You never know what you're going to hear. But I know when I go to your website, I'm going to see not just one thing, but many things that I'm going to enjoy. And it's going to put a smile on my face. And if it puts a smile on my face, that's a good thing. Okay, well, you take a pill and you wait. And it's not that you're waiting an hour or 2 hours for it to take effect. When you first start taking them, it can take weeks for you to feel any noticeable differences, okay? When you sit down to color, it's just the opposite. You know, if I have 20 minutes in between something, sometimes I need to color. You know, but it just stops me from stressing out so much. You know, helps calm me down, and it's immediate. It's immediate gratification, and that's wonderful. And like I said, and again, it's not really very expensive, and anybody can do it. Anybody, you know. Like I said, to me, there is no comparison. You know, Like you talk to people, and so you talk and you get it out. But what it also does, it brings it back to the forefront of your mind, where you may have thrown it in the back trash, and now it's up front and personal again. It's right. So that's hard to do sometimes. It's it feels good getting it out, but it reminds you. It reminds you of that hurt. It reminds you of that bad time. But with coloring, it allows me even to think of those times and not get bent out of shape about it. I can ease into the thoughts, and I can ease into how I can, how I can let it go now. I don't, and it's not, I'm not saying, coloring is the best thing since Swiss cheese, but for me, it just made such a dramatic difference that I don't, like I said, I don't care if they look professional or not. I give them friends and family. Again, not a lot of money, so I give them as pictures, get a nice frame for them. So it's a roundabout how it affects many areas. And again, all this was surprising. I wasn't expecting all these added benefits.